This is KGW News at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Drew Carney, and we start today's News at Noon with an update on the fatal crash in Beaverton this morning that killed 2 people. 4 other people in that crash were critically injured, including a Washington County Sheriff's deputy. Devin Haskins joins us live now from the newsroom. Devin, we now have more information about the people who died in this crash.
Yeah, Drew, sadly, the 2 who died were students in the Beaverton School District. We just learned their names. 17-year-old Matthew Amaya and 16-year-old Juan Pacheco Aguilera were killed. They were students at Southridge High School. Here's what police say happened. Around 12:30 this morning near TV Highway and Murray Boulevard, Beaverton police say a Nissan Altima with 5 people inside ran a red light heading south on Murray. That car crashed into a Washington County Sheriff's deputy who was on patrol on TV Highway. The deputy was taken to the hospital and was last reported as in critical condition. Beaverton police say the driver and 2 others in the car were also taken to the hospital in critical condition. The Beaverton School District released a statement confirming the 2 who died were students at Southridge High School, as are the 3 others that were injured. The school says they're bringing in extra counselors today. We're still trying to learn the name, though, of that deputy that was injured as well. Drew?
All right, of course, you can stick right here with KGW News for the latest on this heartbreaking crash. We'll have live reports from Beaverton, that is, starting this afternoon during our newscast at 4 o'clock. You can always catch the latest as well on our website, KGW.com. Our next story is from Vancouver, where a man stole a woman's SUV with her 3-year-old daughter in the back seat. This afternoon, we can tell you the 3-year-old is okay, but police still haven't found the man who stole the car. So police say the woman was dropping off 2 of her other kids at a babysitter's house yesterday morning, but she left her car running with her 3-year-old daughter strapped in her car seat, and by the time she came back outside, the car was gone. While the mom was on the phone with 911, another call came into dispatch saying that a child had been found in a parking lot about 6 miles away. The suspect left the 3-year-old there, still in her car seat. Mom and daughter were reunited a short time later, and police say the girl will be okay. They also say they've recovered the woman's car, but they're still looking for the thief this afternoon. So they say they're looking for a white man, heavy set, likely in his 40s, with brown hair and a beard. We're going to stay in Vancouver for this next story about another man who robbed a Dutch Bros coffee stand at gunpoint. This happened at the Dutch Bros on Mill Plain Boulevard at 104th just before midnight last night. The man ran off with money from the stand, and he also took a worker's cell phone.
Never been robbed at gunpoint before, so this is definitely a first and hopefully last for me. But I'm just really happy that everybody's okay. I'm happy that my crew's okay and that nobody was shot, nobody was harmed.
Police are still looking for the robber. They say he's a white man, about 5'11", and thin. So if you have any information about this, you should call Vancouver Police. We're also hearing about more and more car break-ins lately at parks and trailheads around the metro area. One hotspot for these break-ins is Northwest 53rd Drive near the Wildwood Trail. That's in Forest Park. We talked with a man whose wife's car was broken into there. He says she didn't leave any valuables in her car, but somebody broke into it anyway.
And she came back and there were 5 cars, including hers, that had been broken into.
Just a few days ago, I came through and there was 3 car break-ins here when I was on my bike and went down the street.
Yes, we heard from a second man there as well, talking about what he's seen there by Forest Park. Portland Parks and Rec tells us they don't track data on car break-ins, but their response to them includes increasing patrols. They also post signs warning people not to keep valuables in their cars. State parks officials tell us they're also seeing an increase right now in break-ins around their parks and their trails. All right, right now we want to take a live look outside. This is from our Wells Fargo Skycam, and you can see it's a little cloudy in downtown Portland this afternoon. For more on today's forecast, here's Rod Hill.
Well, so far today we have seen some rain showers in most areas. The big headline continues to be we're not going to see any stormy weather today, just more of what we've seen so far, and that would be some gentle rain showers out there. Futurecast keeps the rain shower chance alive through 5 p.m. If you have plans tonight, it looks like this evening the rain showers will dwindle in numbers, and you could get lucky and just have some completely dry weather. Mid-50s out there on average at this hour will be about 59 for a high today, and then still 54 for your evening plans at 8 p.m. Yes, I have more rain coming our way on the 7-day forecast. We'll have that for you coming up in just a bit.
All right, let's get back to some more headlines right here. We get back to the news with electronic vaccine cards, which are now available for anyone who got their COVID shots here in Oregon. So here's what you need to do to get your electric card. You want to go to this website right there. It's myelectronicvaccinecard.oregon.gov. Once you're there, you can enter your name, your birthday, and a cell number or an email. Just make sure the contact info you give matches exactly with the info you submitted when you got vaccinated. You'll create a PIN number and then click on a link from the Oregon Health Authority. And then finally, after you enter your PIN, you'll see your QR code.
It contains all the same information as your CDC vaccination card. If someone needs to verify your vaccination information, they can scan your QR code with a phone or other device.
So that means you'll either want to screenshot it or save the QR code or email it to yourself. You can make the request more than one time. And remember, after you get a booster shot, you're going to have to do it all over again so that your QR code is up to date. Again, this will only work if you got your vaccines in Oregon. Any trouble or any glitches, the Oregon Health Authority says you can call 211. All right, we're going to go to Salem next because Salem is having success lately with its efforts to get people into housing. The city is opening some more micro shelters today. Church at the Park runs this village that focuses on getting women off the street in Salem. The city has a large population of women who are homeless, including Kay Carey. She's been staying at the shelter for about a year after she says she spent 6 years living in a tent.
I have the stability of being more permanent. We're not looking over our shoulder because the cops are going to come in and tell us to move.
There are also case managers on the site there to help people with medical care, jobs, and apartment searches. But the city says there is still a lot more need. 400 people in Salem are on the wait list for one of these micro shelters. Well, a year into Portland Street Response, researchers are weighing in on how well the program is actually working. Alma McCarty breaks down the report for us from Portland State University.
After 1 full year and 903 service calls, Portland Street Response gets high marks from researchers at Portland State University.
Portland Street Response has come so far in a very short amount of time, from a small pilot program in one neighborhood to a citywide movement that has fundamentally changed Portland's first response system.
The program, created in early 2021, dispatches small teams of crisis counselors and paramedics instead of police to nonviolent behavioral and mental health calls. Dr. Greg Townley, co-founder of PSU's Homelessness Research and Action Collaborative, presented the Year 1 report to City Council members in a work session Tuesday.
The clearest, most pressing goal guiding the implementation of Portland Street Response was to reduce police interactions with people who have not committed a crime.
Some key findings in this new report: the neighborhoods where street response was active saw a 4% reduction in total calls traditionally responded to by police, a 27% reduction in police response on non-emergency welfare checks, and a 12% reduction in firefighters responding to behavioral health and illegal burn calls. Of the 900 calls Portland Street Response was dispatched to, none of them resulted in arrests. Researchers found an overall positive attitude surrounding PSR from both the people in need of assistance to the general public to other first responders. Dr. Townley told city leaders the report shows the true effectiveness of the program as an addition to Portland's established first responder system, one he hopes will expand out further.
Adequate resources to allow for sufficient staffing, protecting the integrity of the model as non-enforcement, and allowing Portland Street Response to be the program that it was intended to be for the city. I think you have a real win on your hands here with this program, and I want to make sure that it retains that core mission that was informed by community from the start.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.